Roach and Conrad Fridley for the state.
Thank you, Mr. Roach. I see as well, Ms. Clace, thank you for appearing on behalf of victims today.
Of course. Good afternoon.
Mr. Baptiste is present in custody here in the courtroom. Counsel Mr. Brewer is present along with him. Mr. Roach and Mr. Friedley have announced their appearances, and Ms. Clace is present on the Zoom call as well. We are set for an arraignment today. Mr. Brewer, have you been provided a copy of information in this matter?
Judge, I have. Prior to that, however, I need to advise the court upon review of recent discovery. There is an issue that's arisen that's requiring my withdrawal based on ethical rule 1.16A1. I can give more detail. However, I'd rather do that in a ex parte and not necessarily off the record, but out of the public viewing, Judge.
All right. Mr. Brewer, give me the rule number again.
Judge, it's 1.16A1.
All right, thank you. I will later take a chance to look at that. Mr. Brewer, do you believe your motion and my ruling on it preclude your ability to handle the arraignment today?
I don't believe so, Judge.
All right. What I'd like to do, at least for right now, is if we can handle the arraignment, set our next date, and then I will, of course, be reviewing that. I don't know if the state will be weighing in regarding that. They often do not, for reasons
No,
we
Judge,
all understand.
We will take no position on that, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Roach.
I could have just a moment, Judge.
Yes.
Yeah, to read a copy of information correctly sets forth Mr. Baptiste's name. We'd waive a reading of all the charges, enter a plea of not guilty to all the charges, enter denial to any of the allegations contained within the information. I'm not certain what the request for no bond hold or no bond warrant necessarily has to do with the information, but I guess I'll object to that. But other than that, I don't have any additions, Judge.
All right. Mr. Roach, regarding that particular allegation or information that was contained within the information, I assume that is not a new request to modify conditions of release. Is that correct, or am I incorrect there?
That is correct, Your Honor. I think that was just entered as in errata as kind of a form. And
right.
no, we are not asking the court to reconsider that motion.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Brewer. Then the court will note the waiver of reading, the not guilty plea to each of the counts, the denial to any of the allegations that are contained within that appropriately. Mr. Brewer, right now, I'd just like to set for at least a status conference or case management. And then, of course, the court will deal with the motion to withdraw and whatever else is necessary there. Regarding timing, I know that there also is pending in this matter a motion for joinder that will be reviewed. I believe all the times run for responses and replies, and so I can review that and rule on that. I do not recall.
There's also a request for investigative fees, Judge, that time is run on that as well.
All right. And Mr. Brewer, the request for investigative fees, I did see that. The request at this point, I think from your office, was without an identified investigator at this point. Have you been able to identify one at this
Judge, I believe
time?
I have, and I mentioned it to him before, but I haven't short things up, so to speak, because I haven't got a okay from the court, but
Right.
he indicated his willingness to do that.
All right. I can tell you that I will be approving investigator fees until we see the proposed investigator, at least some qualifications if it's known to the court or provided by you, the amounts and how that goes in the future. But I would ask that information regarding an investigator be supplemented just so I have an idea who that is to go along with the request. And I know there was an amount requested in there. If you have the hourly rate and the identification of that person, then I would review that for a detailed order, granting that in not just in the generic, but in the specific.
And Judge, I just again have to be careful about continuing doing things in the case just because of my issue with that.
Yeah.
And so I will do what I can, but in the same vein, I have to be careful. I don't want to create issues for future litigation.
Yeah, and I do appreciate that. Perhaps it might be best to hold off on the details of that request for fees until we get the motion to withdraw resolved. I am looking at a case management conference date. I did not write down the date and time. I'm sure council did. What date was set on Anisha Woods for our next hearing? Mr. Roach, do you have that?
My memory was the 22nd of this month at 9 a.m.
All right. Mr. Brewer, for right now, I would propose the 22nd for our next hearing. I know that's only a couple of weeks away, but with the pending motions that we've addressed here today, I think that we probably can make decent use of that time. Will that work for you?
Judge, it does work for me. I mean, the sooner the better, but yeah, that's fine.
All right. I will set a initial case management conference, status conference for Monday, September the 22nd. I will set it at 1:30 p.m. right now on Mr. Brewer's calendar. It's possible, depending on the court's ruling on the motion to withdraw specifically and the motion for joinder, that could be moved to the morning or vice versa. The other defendant possibly could be moved to the afternoon, depending on the circumstances there. Mr. Brewer, regarding your motion and request for, if necessary, an in-camera review of some of those issues, depending on the schedule today, if you are available, the only issues that would be addressed by the court with Mr. Brewer and no others present would be the issues related to his motion to withdraw. If you are available for that, and depending on when we get done, if the court is available for that, I'd like to take care of that. Mr. Roach, Ms. Clace, any objection just on the very specific issues related to the motion to withdraw, with the court doing a brief in-camera review with Mr. Brewer on those issues today or at a later time, if we're not able to work it out today?
No objection.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, thank you. We will try to do that later than today, if possible. And then all of the parties will be made aware when any of those issues and motions are resolved by order of the court. Anything additional for now, Mr. Brewer?
Just a reminder about the glasses issue. Still doesn't have them. I know it was very quick, but I'd just like to keep that on the forefront so we could get that done.
All right. I know Mr. Roach wasn't there, but Mr. Friedley was. Mr. Friedley, if you'd make sure to follow up with that court's order there to make sure that one way or the other, Mr. Baptiste has provided classes to enable him to do any necessary reading and preparation otherwise.
We'll follow up on it.
All right. Mr. Roach, anything additional you need to address?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Clace, anything you need to address with the court today?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right. Thank you all. We'll be adjourned in that matter.